Want to see more cool videos on our channel? We do, so press this bell and enable to send notifications.
There have been times when Google Maps has managed to give us quite the creeps too. People have found some bizarre and mysterious stuff just looking through Google Maps and its Street View feature, which ranges from harmlessly creepy to downright horrifying. Number 10. Scientology Base. Google Maps reveals the first close-up pictures of the Church of Scientology's alien space cathedral, built in a remote part of the New Mexico desert. The mysterious building, which leads to an underground vault, sits next to two giant symbols carved into the ground, believed to be markers for the religion's followers to find their way back from the ends of the universe after humanity is destroyed in the future. While no one knows the definite meaning of the pair of overlapping circles, each with a diamond in them, it is believed to have been trademarked by the Church of Technology, a branch of Scientology. It is believed they are a return point, so members of the church know where they can find the works of founder L. Ron Hubbard when they come back from space after a nuclear catastrophe wipes out the human race. Far behind the 3-story house are tunnels dug hundreds of feet deep into the rock. Inside them are Hubbard's texts, believed to have been either engraved on stainless steel tablets or gold discs and encased in titanium capsules underground. Previously, the world has only seen grainy satellite images and blurry pictures of the top-secret Trementina base, but these are the first fascinating photographs of the structure up close. Number 9. Sandy Island. For more than a decade, it has featured on the world's maps. Viewed from Google Earth, Sandy Island appears as a dark, tantalizing sliver set amid the shimmering vastness of the Pacific Ocean. But when marine scientists arrived at the island, they were in for something of a shock. It didn't exist. Where there was supposed to be a sandy outcrop complete with palm trees, a few coconuts, and maybe a turtle, there was merely blue undulating water. The Australian scientists, led by Maria Seaton, a geologist at Sydney University, had embarked on a voyage to study plate tectonics. They spotted that the enigmatic island lay along their route. But there were several puzzling discrepancies. Though the island appeared on the Google Earth map, there were no images of it. It had also featured for the past 12 years on the usually reliable World Coastline database, but there was no sign of it on their sea chart. The scientist added, "This is one of those intriguing questions. It wasn't far outside of our path. We decided to actually sail through the island. Lo and behold, there was nothing. The ocean floor didn't ever get shallower than 1,300 meters below the wave base. There's an island in the middle of nowhere that doesn't actually exist. Ships and planes have vanished in the Bermuda Triangle. Submarines have sunk without a trace. But an entire island? The disappearance presents investigators with a bizarre challenge: how to find a scientific explanation for an island that's gone missing. Here appear to be a few strong leads for scientists to follow up in their quest to solve the riddle of the missing island, which according to Google Maps should belong to France because it is located inside the territorial waters of New Caledonia. The Australian Navy's Hydrographic Service believes human error may be behind the mysterious disappearance of Sandy. Another theory is that the Australian scientists may simply have been in the wrong place. According to multiple witnesses, Sandy Island was real. So where has it gone? With no obvious logical explanation for the disappearance of Sandy Island still remains a mystery. Number 8. Goro Japan. If you're ever exploring the Japanese countryside on maps, chances are that you'd stumble upon the sparsely populated village of Nagoro. From a distance, it may look like it's full of people casually chilling around all over town. Zoom in a bit and you'd realize they're actually lifeless dolls. We hope you didn't do this when you were all alone at night. The village is actually on its way to being completely abandoned, and its residents keep leaving it for better opportunities in the cities. The dolls are made by a woman called Ayano Tsukimi as a tribute to its departed, which is inexplicably the only way she could come up with to do that. We don't know about you, but knowing that all of those dolls represent someone who is now dead does raise the creepy factor of the whole thing for us. Number 7. Giant disfigured bunny. Sometimes on Google, this means you get a glimpse of intriguing natural formations or people caught unaware in potentially embarrassing scenarios. On other occasions, the Google Maps user is treated to the just plain bizarre. One such shot is that of a gargantuan and rather creepy pink bunny sprawling on a hillside in northern Italy. The figure, which almost looks like it is made of plasticine from a distance, would arguably not look out of place in a Wallace and Gromit episode. The creature's mouth is wide open, and its eyes look to be rolled up. If you stumble upon it, you may assume that your app is glitching. No, in reality, the bunny is a part of an art installation by a Vietnamese collective and is meant to serve as a hangout spot for visitors. The pale pink bunny, which lies flat on its back in the Italian Alps, took more than 5 years to build and is set to stay there until 2025. Number 6. Underwater pyramids. An anomaly hunter studying Google Earth images on the ocean floor believes he has discovered a pair of submerged pyramids in the Bahamas. The potential structures were spotted by prolific researcher Scott C. Waring, who says that he noticed them near the island of New Providence, which sits off the coast of Florida. Some conspiracy theorists could also conclude that the pyramids have some connection to aliens, the Bermuda Triangle, or the lost continent of Atlantis. No doubt, a handful of imaginative minds could also find a way to weave all 3 of those possibilities together into a fantastic tale, which spans centuries and star systems. Sadly, though, skeptics say that the pyramids are more likely yet another example of the pareidolia phenomenon in action, with assist via poor quality of the satellite images. What's your take on the underwater anomalies? Let us know in the comments below. Number 5. Pigeon people. If you explore the streets of West Tokyo on maps, you may run into a row of people just standing and looking at you. They may come across as people just staring at the Google Street View crew out of curiosity, except all of them have their pigeon masks on. Aside from the legitimate question of where did they even get so many pigeon masks to begin with, it's all rather inexplicable and unsettling. As it turns out, the pigeon people were locals who knew about the Google crew and wanted to appear in the final photo of the street. It's all rather harmless and fun, provided you knew the explanation. Number 4. Smiling man with missing leg. Google Maps takes users all over the world, from the highest mountains to the most luxurious beaches. But one image is so shocking you can't help but ignore the magnificent landscape and natural wonders that surround it. The image, captured in June 2014, shows a man hiking at Repost Mangup Kale, a fortress in Crimea. However, a closer inspection reveals something is terribly amiss with the apparently tranquil scene, as if there has been a terrible accident. The man's left leg is chopped in half, with the dismembered part of his limb sitting directly in front of him, the orange sole facing upwards. Despite the apparent amputation of his leg, the man seems to be completely unfazed by his missing body part. Users have been left scratching their heads over the strange and gory footage, and how calm the man seems. However, there may be a simple explanation to make sense of the seemingly bizarre sight. Rather than a reflection of reality, the missing limb may actually be an error with how the Google Maps shots are stitched together in the editing process. Number 3. Ariel Castros' blurred out house. When it comes to highly publicized, gruesome acts of crime, very few cases manage to grip national conscience like that of Ariel Castro. He kidnapped 3 women and kept them hostage for over 9 years, and was only arrested when one of them escaped with her 6-year-old, whom she conceived and gave birth to while in captivity. Castro was charged with multiple counts of rape, aggravated murder, kidnapping, and attempted murder, among others. So how is it related to map locations? The house Castro kept the women in could be seen on Google Street View, except that it's completely blurred out. We'd say that it'd have been equally creepy if the house was just there, but seeing it blurred out because of the seriousness of the crime somehow makes it even more disturbing. Number 2. Murder victim. For those of you who've always wondered if Google Maps has ever accidentally recorded a serious crime, we're here to tell you that yes, it has. The case in question was of a 14-year-old boy in Richmond, California, whose dead body showed up on Google Maps. It was seen with police cars and a bunch of detectives standing around, suggesting that it was taken after the body was found. Understandably, the images brought back some emotions for the victim's father, who immediately requested Google to have it removed. It was gone from their maps within days, though it does make us wonder if Google Maps still has accidental images of other serious crimes around the world. Number 1. Dead donkey? Reddit user Nellup spotted this donkey on Google Maps back in 2013, according to Business Insider. According to the images, it sort of looks like a Google Street View car hit and killed a donkey somewhere in Botswana. But no worries. Google later reported that the images are misleading. The company claimed that the donkey on Google Street View was actually rolling in the dust, saw the car coming, and jumped up and got out of the way. Thank goodness. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, please let me know by clicking the like button. Do share, write a comment, and don't forget to subscribe so that you can catch up my next video.